Hello and welcome to Bakerstreet.coasters live, where today we are going to be talking about Thorpe Park and Alton Towers. There's so much information already been put out there, it's unbelievable. So firstly, let's start off with Thorpe Park. Now, Project Exodus has been unreleased, and it's got an unreleased name, and the name's going to be Hyperia as we know it. Now, it'll be the tallest coaster in the UK, and it'll be the tallest coaster to feature the tallest inversion in the UK. It will also have a speed of 80 miles per hour, which is absolutely amazing, I can't lie. The fact that it's going to be like 3 times the height or 4 times the height of Oblivion, that's what I heard, or something like that. It's kind of amazing. So yeah, that's something that I have discussed about that before. Now, there's been a lot more information, and let's start off with Thorpe Park's logo. So originally, previously, or shall I say now, they have their Scarefest maze, and what they do with their Scarefest is they put around different hints to what could tell the future for Thorpe Park. Now, we have had Project Exodus be hinted at with the logo of X No Way Out, so we've got like Project Exodus, but it was like an X No Way Out theme, and that was on the trailer thing, which was a scare maze. And then we also have a tombstone saying the Infinity logo, even Infinity doesn't last forever, and it says about Thorpe Park's logo in the tombstone, which also tells us that Thorpe Park is no longer going to have the two infinity loops, which is kind of concerning, because not many of us know what it will be, especially when the new coaster, Hyperia, is coming out next year. We also know that Thorpe Park is going to get rid of the slogan, "An island like no other," and the really good music, which is also named "Island Like No Other," which I find a bit concerning. But at the same time, I think it's going to be good, because they haven't changed their logo since they opened, which is pretty concerning. And if they have, it's probably just adapted off the Infinity logo. So the fact that they're changing something and it's going to be up to date, and even they said themselves it's not going to be it hasn't been up to date, and it isn't up to date to this year's thing. It is really good to see this logo get like some refurbishment to it. Now, many people think it's going to be something with a palm tree, but I'm like, no, if it's going to be a palm tree, please don't change it. So yeah, that is the Thorpe Park big impact in one impact. So yeah, we move on to Alton Towers, or I think I'll come back to Thorpe Park later on, but we move on to Alton Towers, where we have had information about not so RetroSquad, because where's the squad come in? Like, there's always been 3 rides of RetroSquad. Isn't a squad 4? Isn't that the retro trio? So yeah, RetroSquad has officially been announced. By the 5th of November, it will completely go, which most of us are pleased about, but I am really frustrated, because they brought along, after having Enterprise, and Enterprise being constructed, deconstructed, constructed, they then made a decision this year to close Enterprise and officially replace it with a RetroSquad ride. Now, the fact we've replaced it with a RetroSquad ride, yes, okay, Twistertron, the name's Twistertron, but Twistertron is not very good, and I've been in it, seriously, it's not good. And I'm like, I want Enterprise back. Why replace such an amazing ride with something that isn't going to stay at the park any longer? Now, we do know there are other RetroSquad rides up there and little bit to date, but I can also say to you that they've officially announced it. Their mission is halfway complete, or nearly complete, as they called it. So I think something to do with Spookspin is coming along, because Spookspin's the master, or the really, really evil guy behind the whole RetroSquad thing, because, you know, it's a superhero thing. Imagine Fairground rides as superheroes. Boom. But the fact that it's a RetroSquad and there's only been 3 rides at the whole park and 3 RetroSquad members, I'm a bit confused. So we've had Funk and Fly, which apparently was meant to be on for 5 years. Now, the fact that it's not on a 5-year contract and we've been lied to is pretty concerning. We had Spin Jam before. We still have Spin Jam, but it's going to go the 5th of November. We've got Twistertron. And then we've had other previous RetroSquad rides. So we've got 5 in total. We had Mixtape, which used to be a Spin Jam, and we had Roller Disco, which used to be based in the Dark Forest, which is no longer there, and it's now the picnic area again. So yeah, there are some really confusing aspects to this RetroSquad thing, because even though they brought back rides which they used to have at the park, there were some aspects to it, it's just like, no, why it doesn't work. But yeah, again, as we know, it was only there for temporary use because of Nemesis is closed. We've had Nemesis of Terror open. We've got Jewel was closed. Then it got reopened this year. We had stuff like COVID, and COVID happened, and they had to do something about that. But I was really looking forward to new RetroSquad rides, because RetroSquad ride is one of those funny things. People like it or don't. It's like Marmite. We even had Spinball Wizard this year shut its doors, but then it was like they decided to keep it on the side because it had a software update. But officially they were going to replace the whole thing, which was pretty scary because I loved that ride, and without that announcement I would have never gone in it again. So I have been in it, and I went in it like second day it opened, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there's that aspect to it, and I'm pretty concerned why it is going, even though we've been told that Funkenfly is going to be on for another 5 years. So that's a bit concerning. So we've got stuff like Project Exodus at Thorpe Park, which is going to be it's going to be like gold underlay, I think, and it's going to have white track, which is really, really cool. But on the bottom, it's all going to be gold. And then you've got it being the tallest in the UK. You've got the logo for it now, and you've got like Find Your Fearless, I think it is. Which Find Your Fearless, like come on, spiders? No, most people spiders, clowns. But yeah, it's really good to see a coaster replace Logger's Leap, and it's the Logger's Leap, which used to be the steepest decline of a log flume in the world. That no longer is there because it took them 10 years just to take it down and approve Project Exodus. But when they approve of Project Exodus, there's been new information about what would happen to this ride. So when it comes down to the water, water has been sprayed up on the sides, like a broad thing from the UK. You see it in Incredicoaster at Disneyland. You also see it at Aqua World or something like that, like SeaWorld. I don't know where it is, I've totally forgot. But yeah, you see it at SeaWorld, and there, I think it's like Mako ride. But the fact that they have that effect and they've got water, it's just amazing, because you can get sprayed on a roller coaster going at 80 miles per hour on the tallest thing in the world. It's like, wow, it's going to tower over all the other coasters. Imagine, like, you've just got small little saw over here, and you've got... And the thing's gone vertical as well, which is absolutely amazing to see, because it's gone it's rapidly inclined. It's so annoying, but really cool at the same time. You look at Nemesis as well. Nemesis is getting retracked. It's basically done, but now it's done. It's like, there's no more information about it apart from a little announcement or email. But yeah, there's also rumours about Alton Towers having the Nemesis, or the shop thing, Forbidden Shop, Valley Shop, not shop, cafe, being expanded, which is pretty cool to see due to Nemesis being refurbished. So that area has to also be refurbished. Galactica, refurbish. But yeah, I think that's practically covered everything. I'm really curious to see, and I'll probably do a little makeover of the Thorpe Park logo. Now, yeah, I'm really curious to see what the Thorpe Park logo will be next. I'm also curious to see what Project Exodus has in store, what theming it will be. Probably it'll be an IP, God knows. But yes, like Jumanji is, that opened also this year, and I was there for Media Day. So yeah, I'm pretty certain of the future of roller coasters at the moment, and the fact that many of us think that VR is going to take it over, I don't think that, not just quite yet. I don't think it will be in our lifetime either. But we've also got Project Horizon coming along, and it was hinted that RMC is coming, which will be the only one in the UK, and RMC coasters are wooden hybrid coasters, so they're like wood, and we've got plated steel running along, so I don't know, it's one of them things. But yeah, we'll just have to see. RetroSquad ride leading us. We've got Project Exodus being built. We've got Project Horizon under the mists, or under the horizon, should I say. And then you've got Rita, which is basically, we don't know what's happening to Rita at the moment, but there's been signs that there's going to be a Vekoma track or B&M track going in. But the Intamin launch coaster, Intamin Hydride launch coaster is a hit or miss at the moment. They're not working, or they are working, it very varies. But yeah, that's all to do in the future, and we will not know any information till then. So I am going to go now, guys. I've just put a new video on YouTube. I will send it to you guys later. But smile always, and if you do like what I do, please remember to follow, because you know, why not? Just why not? You watched till this far. Bye, guys. Smile always.